Next up, we have Beneath the Final Light from Pressure. Once again, everybody, this is a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer, and my objective here is to explain things in a way so that you don't have to be one to understand what is happening here musically. So if you're watching this on the video archive or whatever it is, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, like the video, share the video, leave a like, I just said that, leave a comment, turn on notifications. We just got monetized, so consider dropping one of the memberships. I am in the process of establishing the infrastructure needed to do members-only content for non-video game music, so like anime music, film music, so stuff like that. I'm in the process of setting that up. So yes, two disclaimers. One, this is the first time I'm listening to this track, so I will be pausing a lot, as I will be pointing things out as I hear them. And number two, this is recorded live on stream on a single take, so I might stumble upon my words here and there. My left shoulder is messed up as of this recording. I am healing and everything, but the pain just distracts me every once in a while. So just keep that in mind. Let's do this! Let's do this! Beneath the Final Light. Thanks for hanging out, Bill. Good to see you, man. Okay, I like this. So we are having a very creepy intro with two instruments. We are doing what is called a doubling. We have doubling is a type of instrumentation slash orchestration, instrumentation and orchestration, the study of picking out which instruments do what in a piece. And right now we are having the piano and the violin doing the same thing. Waffle Warrior, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the mosh pit. So we are having these two instruments doing the exact same thing, just in their own range. So the piano is playing very nice and low on the lower end, and the violin is playing higher up. So it's a very, very cool way of starting. We start with, of course, the motif. The motif being the smallest version of our musical ideas, the seed from which everything else comes from. Really, really cool. Very nice and slow, letting us soak in each individual note. Let's see where this goes. We have left away the doubling, and we have introduced what I think is either a viola or a cello. I think it's a cello doing a rhythm. Now the piano has moved to being more of a focal point, because the piano was doing kind of the lower end. Now we have a cello, I think it's on the left ear, doing a very simple rhythm. It's carrying everything. You don't need to be super complicated with your accompaniments. So the cello is doing the accompaniment. And we're having the piano and the violin giving us now a new version of this motif, because now with the cello giving us that very straightforward accompaniment, first time around we just had everything kind of up in the air, suspended. There was no rhythm, there was no rhythmic layer to this. There was nothing like that. But now we have the cello giving us a more defined rhythm, which we can just repeat what we had in the first time around. But now that we have the cello in this accompaniment, it gives it this more paced and motioned element, stage over here, like state over here, let's call it that. We have another string. And once again, we are doing doublings. Now we have the rhythmic section being doubled every loop. We add one more section of strings going higher and higher. This sounds like it's panned to be a backwards orchestra. So an orchestra put the wrong side around. So there you go. It's voiced by the same guy that voices Gabriel. Nice. So yeah, we're having... In a way, this is a tutti. In a way, this is a tutti. So a tutti is more of a modern, a modern-ish concept. Tutti just means everyone. And this is when everyone plays the exact same thing. Usually it's reserved for later down in the piece. So having this be in the beginning, pretty cool way of flipping things around. Still, we are reinforcing that motif that we are hearing. That musical idea is just being reinforced, and every time we're just adding one more layer, one more layer, one more layer. We're adding tension, because once again, when you make music, you're doing one of two things. You are making tension, or you are resolving that tension. That moment in between we call the cadence. So, we are building tension. Let's see how this resolves. This is still the intro. Okay. Oh, there we go. Ooh. Okay, so we bring a synth, a lower synth. We take away a bunch of the instruments. We go off the ramp. By the way, colloquial term, no official. That's not an official academic term. Is my term. You take away the drums, or you take away a good chunk of the elements. What gives you the basses or something, and it feels like you went off the ramp. Really good for cadences, really good for transitions, which is what we just had here. So now we go from having this orchestral, string orchestra plus piano with a couple of synths motif to now being kind of like a rock riff with a synth and the piano. So the only tutti I know is the frutti. There you go. With some... Yeah, it's giving me like super agent, super spy. Yeah, this is giving me like super spy vibes, like, you know, 007, more on the super agent 86 kind of thing, like Get Smart. It's giving me those vibes. This is really cool though. It's really, really cool. Let's see where it goes. And on top of that, we're having a guitar doing a little bit of a guitar solo. Very, very normal for this kind of vibe that we're going for, because now we have this dum 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 dum, which is very common for like those like super spy vibes, which is not what I was expecting from this. This is really good. It's really fun. It's just not what I was expecting from the art. Let's see. Yes, the guitar is doing what is called counterpoint. Counterpoint is the study of melodies and how they interact with each other. So we are having the main motif that we were having, which could also be called a riff. Riff is a more modern term for chord progressions, more for accompaniment. They're like accompaniment versions of motifs. And that's what we're having right now. What started as a motif now has become a riff, and we are doing some counterpoint with the lead guitar, which is doing a bit of a guitar solo on it. Let's see where this goes. Yep, we loop it again. Let's see where this goes. Yep, we're repeating, recapitulating, very nice. Oh. We changed the accompaniment a little bit. It reminds me a bit of Ultrakill, this one. That kind of the bum 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 reminds me a little bit of the Ultrakill does. That a small change in the accompaniment is making a very big difference. We changed the rhythm from straight, a very straight rhythm, to this like more hippity hoppity, like we're just doing 2 notes, silence, 2 notes, silence. Ultrakill inspired. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because it sounds very Ultrakill-esque, yeah. There you go. Some syncopation there. Syncopation, once again, is when you play against the beat. So right now we are having a very straightforward 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Syncopation is when you play in between that, which is what the accompaniment is doing here and there for that. Let's see where this goes. Chord change, very nice. I like this. Now the accompaniment is doing a bit more of a melodic, like a bass melody, doing more counterpoint against the guitar. I like this. I like this. Let's see where it goes. We remove the lead guitar. We remove those. Now we bring the piano and some of the synths. We remove that accompaniment that we had before. Yeah, kind of like the drums are a bit more of the focus right now. Let's see where it goes. We bring a pipe organ. There you go. Once again, when it comes to instrumentation, you want the right sound for the right... You want the right instrument for the right sound and the right psychological response. And we've discussed this a couple times in this channel. When you bring an organ, especially a pipe organ, you get this sense that we associate pipe organs with of the overwhelming hierarchy. Pipe organs are big instruments. These are big instruments. You need to design buildings around these things. Like you're gonna see pipe organs in like basilicas, in cathedrals, in concert halls, symphony halls. Like you need a lot of money for a pipe organ to build and maintain. So this is something the church is gonna have, symphony halls are gonna have, that kind of thing. So it gives you that sense of the unreachable kind of thing. Not that welcome today. How you doing? Not yet. We haven't. Burden, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mosh Pit. So yeah, bring back the guitar. Still against the organ, I think. So yeah, now the guitar is back doing more counterpoint, but now we're doing it against the organ, and since the organ was a little bit faster, the guitar is going to be a bit faster than that. I can see where the Ultra Kill vibes came from. Yeah. I can see that. And it sounds like we're adding an extra layer. I don't know if it's guitar or synth. It's a little bit hard to tell, but we are doing more counterpoint on top of the counterpoint that we're doing. So we are adding layers on top of layers of this. We are building tension, we're building pressure. Very nice. We tone it down a little bit. We bring back that piano. Off the ramp we go. We remove the drums. Now it's piano. Ooh, a moment of silence. We bring back some of those strings. Bring back the drums, that accompaniment. Back with a tutti. Back with a tutti. Soundtracks. Psychotic Gamer. I'll explain that in a moment. Let me just finish here. Bring back the drum loop. Welcome to the day, by the way. So yeah, basically over here what we're doing is a contrasting theme. We're taking some of the motifs that we had before, we're flipping them upside down, we're flipping them sideways, I think we're doing an inversion of the motif here. So when it comes to motifs, we have the concept of inversion. So inversion can happen in melodies or in chords. When it comes to chords, chords are vertical stacks of notes. So usually we'll have, like, the least amount of notes you can have is 2, but usually we do triads, which is 3 notes in a chord put vertically. An inversion in that sense would be, okay, we take note number 1 and we move it to the top of this. Now we have an inversion. When it comes to a melody or a motif, which, you know, They're kind of somewhat interchangeable. When you have a motif, let's say we have a motif that looks like this. No, it's way too vague. Let's say we have a motif that looks like this. When we invert this motif, we're just flipping it upside down. So now the motif is this. And that's it. So we are doing something like that with the overall structure right now. We were mostly on the like middle and lower ground, and now we are going up, higher up, giving us a flying melody, which another colloquial term, which is very busy, drums, accompaniment, everything, and up above we have a slower melody, simpler than everything else, just flying and going through in a very, very lovely way. Let's see where it goes. So yeah, we have a new motif, variation of what we had before. Very lovely. So yeah, overall we are doing similar to what we did in the previous section, but now we're doing it with the new motif. On principle, there isn't that much new. We're just taking contrasting material and using it in the new section. Yeah, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time to make it sound good. And it sounds good. So, let's see where this goes. Okay, and now we bring it to a pedal tone. We kind of interrupt everything. We keep the drums, and now we have a pedal tone. This one is the first time we've done a pedal tone, which could turn into a drone. Pedal tone or pedal note is just a note that you hold. And you just hold it for an extended period of time, and you leave it there while other things happen around it. Let's see what happens. So no longer a pedal note, because it changed. So it's not a pedal note, it's elongation. Elongation is a type of motivic development where you take a melodic idea and you stretch it, you elongate it to sound longer and happen over a longer period of time. That is elongation. The opposite of elongation is reduction, which, yeah, is the opposite. You take an idea and you make it faster. So now we have it very nice and slow with this. I think it's a synth of an organ, maybe? Let's see. No, it's just a synth. Very good way of filling up space. And we have like this alarm bell going off. Let's see. So yeah, it's an elongated version, and it works kind of like two pedal tones. Yeah, this is two pedal tones doing an ostinato. So, ostinato is you just have a, what's it called? A group of instruments, or an instrument doing an idea, over and over again. In this case, we are having an ostinato of two pedal notes. We have one very long note, then another very long note, and then just go back to the first one, and that's what's happening here. Romeo, welcome today. How you doing? No, we haven't. No, we haven't. Not yet. Not yet, no. Off the ramp we go. And we are having this very, very cheeky little bit of syncopation. So we go back to the very, very earlier idea. One of the first ideas that we had, we bring it here, and now we have this like pizzicato, like plucked string. It sounds like a violin pizzicato. Pizzicato, once again, let me bring it here. Pizzicato is just when you pluck an instrument that would otherwise be with a bow. We're doing a pizzicato there, doing a syncopation of the rhythm that we are hearing every once in a while. So you're hearing it. So that is a syncopation going on. Textbook syncopation. Very subtle, very little, Very effective. Let's see where this goes. Oh, it might have been a synth. Oh, we bring the guitar in with the drums. Nice. For a more defined guitar solo. Yeah, it's a variation of what we heard earlier. It's just that the guitar is playing with a bit more feeling. Nice. So yeah, here we are building to, we have built to our climax, and as usual, when you want to make a solid climax, you want to bring as many elements of what you've already done and visited. Yeah, that's it. You just want to bring as many elements back so that you make it sound as grandiose as possible. That's what you want for a solid climax, if you want a climax in a track. So very beautiful. Yep, we are recapitulating, but with the new stuff. So yeah, we're seeing some small variation here and there. The overall riff of the accompaniment is pretty much the same. The drums are pretty much the same, but we're adding a couple of extra bits here and there. And they are subtle, but they are making a difference. It just feels epic now. Like more epic than it did before, because before it sounded cool. Now it sounds epic. So yeah. Let's see where it goes. And we're also having those like Ultra Kill interruptions of the drums as well. Yeah, I can tell how inspired this was by Ultra Kill. Nothing wrong with that. How are you gonna end it though? How are you gonna end it? So yeah, right now we have entered outro territory. The guitar is doing a bit of a loop, while the accompaniment is doing a chord progression to bring us to the final cadence. Solid. Like, some of these concepts are being applied very simply, and they're working really well. Like, you don't need to reinvent the wheel for these kind of things to work. The wheel is there for a reason, right? Let's see. Yeah, the guitar is going downward. The guitar is not playing up. Tell me you loved Ultra Kill without telling me you loved Ultra Kill. We end the song in the most Hakita Ultra Kill way possible. The machine breaks down and stops working. This I love, because this is a good way of preventing a fade out. You don't know how to end the track? Okay, just break it down. Just break it. Just break it. There you go. Oh, yep, there you go. I can see the Ultra Kill inspirations over here. It's still such a good track. There you go. That was Beneath the Final Light from Pressure by No Longer Null. Man, that was really good. That was really good. I loved it. I loved it. Once again, everybody, this has been a Basterd's LFA, a layman-friendly analysis. I'm a professionally trained musician, a composer. My objective here has been to explain things in a way that you don't have to be one to understand what has happened here musically. If you're watching this in the video archive, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, turn on notifications. We just got monetized, so consider dropping a membership thing. No obligation, but we are looking into doing non-video game stuff and adding it to the members only, so we might do that. And, yes, if you want to listen to this track in your own time without me interrupting every 2 seconds, I will be linking it down below. If you want to request a song and you're not on the stream, go to the Discord server, LFA requests channel, follow the instructions on the pinned comment. If you don't follow the instructions, your song is not going to get considered. End of story. And if you want to watch the streams live on air, check either the Twitch channel or the Discord server. They both have the stream schedule tabs or channel, whatever it is, with the stream schedule starting times in your local time zone. That way you don't have to calculate or anything like that. And there you go. There you go. That was really, really good. Beneath the Final Light. Pressure. I'm going to have to check that game out if I remember, and I probably won't. But there you go. Really, really good stuff. Really good stuff. But yeah, let's move on.